And we are live. Greetings, Medanthropes, and welcome to this special exclusive new series called Zine Uprising Episode 4, where every Thursday for the course of Zine Month, I go over other zines aside of my own, I cover them, I back them, I put the money where my mouth is, and maybe convince new backers from the audience, such as XX30XX. Greetings, Medanthropes. We are also joined by our number one fan, Ziggy, and Fovo Orovos is somewhere out there in the chat. Shout out to the signing order of the great signing order of the signing Icosahedron and of Ampersand Studios. And thank you for that amazing session yesterday. I'm gonna be editing it and creating highlights pretty soon and uploading it on the Kickstarter page and socials, stuff like that. But today we have to cover and talk about 4 zines. 2 of them are ending in like 45 minutes or so, starting with one that I already covered, Dimday Red. I'm your host and narrator, John. If you feel like lurking, do lurk. If you feel like participating in the chat, everything you say shall be presented below over here. And if you feel like backing, over there, way over there, you shall see live these numbers getting up. And let's get to it. First, a long motivational sip. Hello, Maratura. Have more friends coming from yesterday's session. They stick with us like Legitamines made out of glue. And our purpose today is to convince you to back other projects that are running on Kickstarter right now. This one in particular, I have created an entire episode, Zine Uprising number 1, which is on YouTube. It's all about that particular zine that is on chat right now. You can click it and check it out. It is ending in 45 minutes. It's not really presentable in my little box over there, but already backed by 260 backers, and it's so close to 17,000 euros. So we need to do whatever we can to get it there, even sending positive vibes, buying the PDF. I have all that energy by drinking tea. Tea is my secret, it's my secret weapon. I'm also mixing up teas. I just bought a valeriana tea and my cats went nuts. My cat Xerxes betrayed me and went over the table and actually took the little box valeriana, opened it up and started destroying it because it was the first time I ever bought valeriana in this house and went crazy. But enough of my cats. This show is not about cats all that much. It's more about zines. And this one in particular, let me open it up so you can check it out. How would I do that? Foundry show? No. Kickstarter pages, there it is. Open this one, yep. There you go, you have 43 minutes to back this one. I've talked about it quite a lot. The valeriana indeed stinks like hell. Yes, that's what I said. I'm mixing it up, Ziggy. This one is for energy, but then I will have to sleep, so I will try valeriana tonight to sleep. Hope it works because my sleep cycle is crazy, totally crazy. And yeah, this project I've already covered, so I'm not gonna get in depth with. The creator Spiros Rakatos is a major influence for me and polarizing figure in the TTRPG community in Greece, I should say, albeit being a new addition. And he recently went officially insane by giving out mobile games, giving out free dice, giving out free stuff and solo play to all backers, even if he doesn't reach his stretch goals. So definitely check this amazing campaign out. One of the best aesthetics, one of the best, if not the best, of this year's Zine Quest. I must say, might be a little bit of biased, but I truly believe it because you know what? I was first a backer and then I met him to be actually biased. That because you know I liked him, but I already backed it and I already talked about it and his amazing team. So you can. You know, definitely check it out. I'm gonna drop the link on chat once more. and nuclear energy, LOL, and I think it is fair enough to move on to new projects which we haven't covered already, because there is another one. Ooh, look at this amazing GIF. Because there is another one that's ending in relatively the same time as this one. So I want to give our backers and myself all the time in the world to back them. So do mind that I'm not a reviewer or anything. I'm not pursuing any title at all as such. I'm just a fellow zine quester promoting other zines due to solidarity and trying to be a good person, and maybe throwing what I call karma boomerangs rather. Maybe something will turn back, and if not, I'm happy to spread the word and help other projects. So I will give all the time in the world to see that number getting closer to 70,000. But in the meantime, I will prepare for the next campaign that we're gonna cover today. Bear with me as I make the necessary changes. This one is all about singularities, one of my favorite things in existence, black holes and such. Has a powerful title, Me, the Singularity. So we're signing off. Dimday, Red, TTRPG, Bon Voyage, my friend. We reached so many goals. We still have 30 minutes to go. I sincerely hope one of these dark gods with the latest reward that you have will appear by the end. You already have one. It would be amazing to have one more in the end and go crazy. So shout out to Spiros Drakatos for one last time today, and see you next year. Yeah, amazing person, amazing creator. Moving on to someone who I am not biased, I know nothing about besides of covering their campaign. I feel I'm missing something. Yes. I need to replace this one as well. And now we get to see the new fans of this campaign live. Over 100 backers, doubled their initial goal. So this one is quite successful as well. 39 minutes to go, so do hurry. Dropping the link on chat. And as I am not a reviewer, I'm not doing any homework, to be honest, and I'm just gonna be viewing it with you like a live reaction type of thing, and going through the scrolling down journey. So we shall have some manga aesthetics, a haunted house in space game about knowing yourself and others. Again, Me, the Singularity. It's a powerful title, something definitely Neil and I could definitely use as a as a black hole game. Already did something similar in the past with the game I Am, and it was about black holes. For some reason, this has a more personal touch to me. Let's go through the story, the basics of it. Me, the Singularity is a haunted house in space game about a crew of a space station being haunted by extra-dimensional ghost. Players attempt to interpret the cryptic warnings of that ghost, the only thing that can save them from the looming catastrophe. So there is a visual novel behind it, apparently, with all the graphics and stuff. So I like this unique origins that it has from a visual novel, and turned into a zine quest that you can actually enjoy this experience. So most of you don't know it yet, but in 3 days' time, everyone aboard the station will be killed by a devastating catastrophe. So the purpose of this game, I suppose, it's not to prevent that catastrophe, but to understand why. Your past, and perhaps your future. So the journey between worlds has eroded your physical form, and as you can see, you see visions that are horrifying, but you're also your only clues to prevent this upcoming catastrophe. Oh yeah, let's start with the basics. I'm gonna be closing it to prevent my personal information, but backing it up right now, putting my money where my mouth is with Zine Uprising, doing whatever I can. Of course, I won't be able to back everyone in the collector's version or something, but rather I will go for something honorable and helpful. That is my goal for this Zine quest. And I'm closer to 10 campaigns already backed. So there we are. Celebration. Congrats to Michael Duxbury. I don't like to pronounce names right. I'm gonna be also tweeting it real quick because you know, I don't want to miss the opportunity for someone to see that. So bear with me just a moment, because I also want to tag the creator. Double checking Michael at Sabad. So opening this one. Bear with me, dear audience. Speta Sabad, something like it. Sabad, excellent. Posted it. I hope many people get to see it, and we raise it 105 because before this review is over. Maybe 106. Who knows? Who knows what will happen? Let's get back into it. Not in my Twitter page, but rather in this Kickstarter page. Let's get back to it through here. So, where were we? Let's see a short look, fast gaze through the mechanics. One player portrays a ghost from the players, very interesting, and the rest are the crew. The crew must successfully communicate their identity to the crew, to save the crew, I guess the ghost, must successfully communicate their identity, the nature of the incoming catastrophe, and the means of averting it. Ooh, that gives you a little bit of Mysterium vibes, the board game rather. And they can only communicate with limited gestures, much like charades, or like something like it. Interesting. New mechanics to enrich the world of TTRPGs. We have 52 cards, and matches denote the crew becoming more empathetic. You can trade with one another. Interesting mechanics here and there. Let's see a little bit about the campaign now. Compensating the time we spend finishing the game. This is where the funds come from. Hiring an editor, printing a large enough run, and covering all the boring stuff like ICBNs and stuff like that. Here we have a zine. It looks really beautiful. I like it. We have rewards with cool names such as You, the digital consciousness, You, the physical manifestation, You, the playful entity. I like that. Ranging from £6 up to £200. With the £200, what do you get? You get digital sprite of yourself or someone you want. Cool stuff. And they have previous self-published TTRPGs, quite a collection of them. Congrats to them. We have a new chatter on board. Whoops, that should be actually 150. We discounted it for the final week. Oh, this is Michael, the games designer. This is second time a game designer join us for the show. It's okay. Accidents happen. You know what? There is no need to get into trouble and changing right now. We only have 33 minutes to go. The hype is real. The countdown is real. I hope you get at least to 105 episodes, backers before the review is over. There you are. You're on the screen. Looking great and beautiful as ever. And this is your team. You can check them out, definitely. Let's read a little bit about risks and challenges, because I always find them interesting to see what other creators went through, and maybe a little bit of inside information on chat from the creator. So this is a small team. I sympathize with some small teams, as we are a small team ourselves. Working on our first Kickstarter. Also, I sympathize with our first Kickstarter as well. So it's safe to say we're learning as we go. Again, I feel you 100%. We have been generous with our target funding and delivery date to prepare for unpleasant surprises. That's wise. And we're collecting the shipping fees afterwards through a third-party service to prevent change to post-change cost. Yes, separating the whole budget. You were wiser than ours for this one, actually. Thanks to my affiliation with the UK Tabletop Industry Network, I'm drawing upon the collective experience of many successful RPG crowdfunders for advice, which has been and always will continue to be invaluable. Same goes with the previous campaign that I covered with my also more experienced crowdfunder. It's important, I think it's paramount for first timers to reach out to more experienced crowdfunders and help them and gain some insight, some words of wisdom, some words of encouragement. Which one is your only one frequently asked question? How many players is the game for? Can it be played solo? 4 to 6 players total, one of whom is the ghost. A question to the designer: is Mysterium the board game one of your influences? Because it has this ghost mechanic which I find very interesting. It doesn't use conventional game master. Oh, it is GM-less. Interesting, but it's a good idea. Certainly, love Mysterium. You heard it here, folks. Ziggy, our #1 fan on chat, has recently bought Mysterium, and I highly praise this board game, and we are going to play. Probably I will do the first ghost as a game master in my previous occupation. So this game is influenced by Mysterium. There you have it, Ziggy. We recommend, there is also a facilitator, and we recommend the facilitator does not play the ghost, since they won't be able to talk to the other players. Very, very interesting. The creator says, I did a whole series about my influences on my Twitter. Mysterium was influence #1. Oh, that was spot on. It cannot be played solo because it is like a social game, a group game. Someone needs to be the ghost to explain the clues to the crew. Someone should be hearing them. So very, very interesting stuff right there. Let's go a little bit. Since we have the creators, it is customary to honor by giving more content and room to breathe. And maybe the audience would like to drop some questions. And I think it is the other sorry, I lost my train of thought as I'm multitasking a bit. The other campaigns I'm going to be covering today are not in this tight time restraint. And yeah. So you can check this out on to hear more about the influences. Most definitely. I love the artwork. I love the title. I love the theme. Let's get back to it. Somehow Kickstarter dropped us. Oops. I closed it. Again, multitasking. Definitely. Stay legit, stay meta. I love that you're repeating it and it's catching on from yesterday's session. Haven't had a chance to saw it, but before my great crashes began, I was looking at the chat and I saw it a couple of times and it made me smile. So we already have 28 minutes to go. Time passes fast, but congratulations, everything is going well. Let's go a little bit in the update sections we were. Spotlight the campaign that isn't a zine at all, the Arcanist Tavern. Shout out to the Arcanist Tavern, since it is not a zine and we're all about Zine Uprising here in this show. Let's talk about Outliners, which I know it's a zine. I haven't had a chance to really cover it and check it out, but maybe next episode. Don't tell me it has ended. I've missed some, and I backed some who I hadn't had a chance of backing them and talking about the show. 2 hours to go. Oh no, this is even closer to the others. Okay, let's put it at the end and see what happens. So many campaigns this year, so much fun, so much time. Cannot really back and check everything out. And 4 figures edition. There you talk about Mysterium, Dread, Event Horizon, obviously. Yeah, duh, that's like a big inspiration right there. Star Trek, Fog of Love, I don't know Fog of Love, 10 Candles, and Alien. Interesting inspirations and creates a great game. Congratulations, I wish you all the best. Bon voyage, how you call it. And yeah, Death Game, I think this one is over. Really interesting. Lost Lighthouse, the Fishbone Archipelago. Wow. So how was it, the first time experiences? You're ending, and I'm going to be ending in a couple of weeks. For me personally, Michael, I hadn't had the chance of taking a breather really. I know it's not very viable because I still have like less than 2 weeks to go. But how are you right now in these final, very, very final moments? Do you feel content? Do you feel relaxed? Do you feel that you wanted to do more? Obviously, it's great fun. It's great fun. But have you taken a question for me? Have you taken a step back during the campaign at any point and say, "Oh, whoa, I made it. Maybe I can relax now," something like it? Because for me, it's not out of greed. It's just the sensation of it's live. Now it's the time to do whatever I want. I can do to reach my project's potential. Because personally, for me, I have been working for it for 5 years and like a passion project, so I cannot really have this sensation of restlessness. Yep, 100 backers threshold today. Oh, that's a very nice threshold for the last day. Hope we reach it too. The day we hit our founding goal was a special day too. I understand that was a very, very special day. Another question: did you had lots of cancellations, and did you experience like the plateau? How was this plateau the second, fourth week? Not fourth, rather second and third week. I'm not sure how many days did you run with it. Was it 30 or less? But yeah, how about some adversity? Give us some juicy inside information about facing adversity in this campaign. 29 days. So I guess by the time you reach the second to third week or something, you must have entered this slump, as they call it, this plateau. You have a few cancelled pledges. The last one, the folks who cancelled came back and pledged again. Nice one. This one is a karma boomerang, as I like to call them. And we actually have a funny story. Obviously, I'm not going to reveal any names, but one of our backers started backing it up, cancelled it, rebacked us, asked the question on comment. I rushed to answer the question before I actually answered it or not. I posted it, but I don't know if that person had the chance to read it, cancelling it again. Then rebacking, and I'm like, finally, after so many, that person read my comment and I won them back. And then 3 days later, cancelled again, and this is where we are now. Like 6 different adjustments for just one person, playing games with my heart there. That U-shaped turn is always nice if it ends in someone actually backing it up. So lots of pledges at the start and end. Yeah. Much rocky in the middle. That's what I've heard before I started my own. That's what I'm experiencing right now. I'm kinda reserving lots of power, lots of content, and lots of stuff to do in those final week, especially those final days. So I'm glad that you had the full Kickstarter experience. Will you be participating next year for Zine Quest 7 or something, whatever the number is? It's funny because I've turned this episode into a little interview or something with the chat. I've actually considered of inviting people for interviews, but yeah, I'm not an interviewer. I'm a creator, and I'm not really into running interviews. I would love to have the insight. Well, I'm not against it, you know, but yeah, maybe not my cup of tea. As for Ziggy, Zine Uprising is all about other TTRPGs, and my faithful and ZineQuest in particular, and my faithful Nightbot drops the link to my campaign every 5 minutes or so everyone interested can check it out. Hope to participate next year if we can. It's been fun. Yeah, most definitely. I'm actually, after the first week, I was already thinking stuff that I can do better next next year, and I've actually know for a fact that other creators have this mentality as well, because we already made so many mistakes with our, like, we had like 2 weeks of pre-launch campaign of marketing. We completely our advertisement companies failed us and abandoned us. This is a nice episode, says XX3NeilXX. Would like to see a full conversation with you and other designers. Ooh, actually, Neil is interested in this interview prospect in this channel. Well, I said I'm not against it. Definitely, this is not what I'm going for. I'm not any reviewer. I'm not a journalist. But I am a designer, and maybe we can share some designer insights from one to another. That's interesting. Correct me if I'm wrong, XX3NeilXX. Wasn't your name different in like a few episodes before? Do you mind to type your name, your previous name on chat? Just to make sure it hasn't changed. I'm not quite sure. So let's get to it. Thank you so much, Michael, for joining us. I hope you. I hope you. I hope you get to reach 105, 106, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. And more backers during this 20 minutes to go. But 20 minutes to go is also the runtime of my show. So thank you for joining us, Michael. It was a pleasure for meeting you online. Maybe we shall talk more in this vast TTRPG landscape. Always love to communicate and learn more people. Good luck. Have a great opening, a great closing rather. And I will go to the next campaign, which one is a very fun and musical campaign. So get ready for Against the Gloom. Let's start by taking it bit by bit. Against the Gloom, replacing the thing over here. Yeah. Dropping the link on chat. Actually, I'm gonna drop Media Singularity one more time on chat. Maybe we have surprise guest. I don't really pay attention to how many viewers I have. I reckon 4 to 5. Maybe the 5th one just joined us and wants to click and see what's happening with those campaigns. Lots of zines dropping on chat right now. 3 different zines on chat. And what else? Yeah, change this live thingy. This one is going very, very well. 9 people, you say, Ziggy. 913 people on chat. It's like a record of Zine Uprising. Wow. I feel honored. And Zine Uprising 4, greetings for joining us. I'm quite surprised with the response of the audience for this episode. We are covering other zines outside of our own, and the next one is Against the Gloom, and for this one we have also a video. So I'm gonna pause the music and start with the video, which I haven't seen, but I know this campaign, I've seen it, has been found in 2 hours. Before I click it, is Our Flag Means Death Metal, a dice-based role-playing building game about music's furious resistance to despair. Hooah! Oh, wait, I think sound isn't coming. I need to click this thingy, then check that the sound is coming. Yes. Tell me if it's too loud or too, you know. Where did you go? There? Don't make me laugh. Wait, still no sound? Oh, okay. Oopsie daisy. Okay, let me double check. You should have sound. Well, should have. Can you hear me? Okay. You know what? Because there is no voiceover on video, I'm gonna be doing the voiceover for you to enjoy this unique viewing of this. If the creator is also watching it, then apologies for if you don't like my rendition of it. But
will you not escape for long? Where will you go? There? Don't make me laugh. You see, there is nowhere you can go. That I will not follow. Hey! Can you hear me? Don't listen to it. My crew found you, just focus on my voice. We're here! Whatever your Gloom you told isn't true. We're going to get out of here, friend! That is, you're doing great. Think they can play bass? I hope I don't get another guitar player. We're running low on supplies as it is. We'll figure it out. You always promise that. How can you be so sure? Because here we are! Rest, friend. They can crash with me, okay? We should get moving. Plug in the amps. I call drums. We make up time now. Never forget that you belong to yourself. Never forget. And now starts metal. Not exactly quite so. Okay, I did the best job I could possibly do for this. So let's get back into our music. Again, if the designer also graced us with their presence and they didn't enjoy what I did, it was all for good fun. And maybe I will help you get to 131, 32, 33, who knows? We still have 2 weeks to go, so it's relatively close to mine, with already 4,000 euros from a almost 1,000 euro goal. So you're like 400% backed if my math are correct. So this game is about metal and music and flying on space. And I'm gonna be buying you a cup of coffee and TV, my friend, making sure that no credit card information is presented on screen. So you should make some metal tropes. I like that joke. So we always put our money where our mouth is on Zine Uprising episodes. So here we are, backed it. And also gonna be tweeting about it, Cryptic Games, because why not? I hope the designer appreciates the notion and the, how you call it, the testament or something. Lost in translation a bit there, but no, this wasn't it. We lost it. There you go, against the Gloom. We're back, baby. And let's get to the campaign. Against the Gloom is a rocking good time full of hope punk. Hope punk, Neil. You're a fan of punk games. Have you heard of hope punk before? Interesting. Found families, communal world building, and the power of music to heal the world. Is coming for a playtester. What if our heroes exchange their battle axes for Stratocasters? And what if lyrics and harmony were actual magic? Against the Gloom is a fantasy TTRPG of melodic mayhem that asks this and more. It's about the joy of power of music, chosen family, and building community in the face of the void. Roll dice. Build your playlist, fight the Gloom. Wow. Think Nil is a punk rocker. This reminds me a bit of Pixar animation. I don't get the correlation, to be honest. Okay, music, metal, pirate ships, family, communication, cool stuff, you must say. So let's go to a little bit about the world building. So the Gloom is a sentient, fog-filled purgatory, world of bleakness and despair, and there is no escape. It is alive, quite intelligent, and you don't need to ask, it really wants to hurt you. So I guess it is the mists that we saw our ship floating upon. Fortunately for you, the Gloom is vulnerable to one thing: music, especially amplified music. In the Gloom, music is a powerful kind of magic. And you know how to play because you are a Gloomfarers, those brave and wild souls that venture into the void. You sail aboard fantastic flying vessels, seeking new and powerful songs to strike back against the Gloom and keep your band moving. Wow, I totally can see this game being played by an actual band of rockers. And oh wait, did we have a backer increase? I'm pretty sure it was 130 when we started, right? So I think we made it. If so, I didn't catch it live. But let's talk a little bit more about this game. Something, looking it up, Kudus and two strings, something like it, on Word, that's the name of the film. Nobody knows what XX3 Nil is talking about. Scattered around this miserable realm are the Ancora, floating islands, your stops in this surreal concert tour. Oh man, I can totally the jamming members of the band playing like this game. It has unique aesthetics, playing with music. I love to play Bard. My favorite class in DD&D has always been Bard. Fun fact about bards, I was recently reading the player's handbook from Advanced Dungeons & Dragons. Shout out to Ziggy, you know why I'm giving you the shout out. And when I reached the class Bard, this is like the second edition of D&D back in the 80s, early 90s, something like it. It's like, it starts with Bard is an optional class that you can choose to play it like so. It's like they were so overlooked back in the day. Bards were like, okay, you want to play Bard. It sucks, but you can do it. So fun. I actually laughed out loud when I read this part about bards. So yeah, basically this is a group of bards playing loud, amplified music, and yeah, it's fun times. So you can pick an axe or drumstick, a mic, and get ready like Ghostbusters, who are also Van Halen, who are also pirates. Wow. If you like any of the three, you should seriously consider backing them. Melodic mayhem. We see, think of Spelljammer meets Our Flag meets Death meets Rock and Roll and other cool stuff. Check it out from testimonials. Van Halen. Ziggy is all about Van Halen. A zine for the ages. I like the colors. I like the aesthetics. It is it's the rather classical zine size, which is like the A5, I think it's called. 5.5 times 8.5. The letter, I think it's also called. It includes a set of unique character playbooks, the Thunderwell, the Soulbell, the Brightstring, the Heartkey, and more. Guide to an easy-to-learn D6 system inspired by Yahtzee, lol, and collaborative music playlists to unite your band, rules for collectively imagining and building out the Ancora, those floating islands, safety tools and frameworks that support joyful, consent-based storytelling while role-playing messy musicians. Interesting, because you know,
portraying that rock star life that is kinda associated with being in a rock band, may have some sensitive topics. I suppose this is what this sentence is about. And some people, need to create some boundaries, some veils, and this is very important for playing TTRPGs, and I respect that. Gorgeous illustrations of weird musicians rocking it, and short fiction by the game's designer, Dustin Patrick Winter. Wow, who is a published speculative fiction writer. Wow. Of course, you don't need to be a musician to play this TTRPG. Get loud, get weird, and play against the loom. So they've already covered a lot of milestones, and we can easily assume that they're gonna cross the 5,000 stretch goal super easily, probably reach also the 8th and the 10th. For curiosity, again, I haven't really done any homework. I've just scrolled down very fast. Now I'm basically reading them. So at 5,000, now things get really interesting. At this milestone, we commissioned 2 original songs inspired by Bard City, Against the Gloom. And Bard City, I'm pretty familiar with that name, performed by Bard City. So they're actually mixing up theme and content. I love that idea. $8,000 should they reach. So you like the song idea, more songs, amazing. And 10,000, we're throwing a launch party. This milestone will enable us to throw at least one Against the Gloom release party at an event space of our East Coast cities. Obviously, those who are not there cannot make it to that party. But we'll be demoing the game and enjoying community with everyone who can make it. Speaking of such, I suggest, just a suggestion in case you see this at some point, creator, and maybe live stream, so that people who are not in the US can participate one way or another. As you can see, it's all about participations and fun. They have an actual play video that you can check on YouTube. Bard City. They are Rascals, which is Telling Tales is now following us. Telling Tales, my friends, you're coming right next up, so you came right on time. So Rascals have been covered a news article about them. If you don't know, Rascals is a new journalist community which are focusing on TTRPGs, alternative independent roguelike. Kudos for that publication. And I think with that new follow, welcome to the fold, you're giving us the great pass that I wanted to go to the next campaign and talk about something soft, something pillowy. So let's start changing the graphics and everything from one to another. So let's start with this. On your far right corner, you shall see this new campaign funds accumulated. They still have 1 month to go, so there is a lot of room for growth. Now we're changing the title and on the spot live aligning it here better. And what else do you have to do? No, we're good to go. One more thing, dropping it on chat. Something soft. So the soft, a Troika TTRPG setting zine, a vast rambling pillow fort of uncertain origins, a claustrophobic world of crashing fabric-bound weirdness and gonzo cosmic horror. Wow, I love how you combine something so soft and nice, which are pillows, something so dreadful. And again, I'm not really doing any homework before reviewing them. We will live reviewing them together here. So I don't know what this game is really about. I don't know what we will see there. It's going to be cute. It's going to be horrific. It's going to be anything in between. Who knows? But they tripled their initial goal with 55 backers and lots of room to go. I will click that remind me, but in this show we put our money where our mouth is. Again, briefly closing it at the beat, and I'm gonna be backing it and tweeting it so other people can get to see it. And it will be the last back for the evening, and probably for this Zine Quest. I don't know what's gonna happen next week. I'm gonna be also mentioning you, which is Telling Tales RP, posting it, bada boom, bada bam, and we're back, baby, somewhere around here. There we are. So again, a live backing thing, no problem. A small, albeit an honorable one. That's what I'm going for. I'm more so in spreading the word than actually, building pillow forts on my own. And speaking of that, the first thing that comes into my mind, for some reason, it's the episodes from Community. It's like a comedic series where they build like the world's greatest pillow fort. I don't know if that has been an influence or not. Well, this is the second creator we have on the chat in this episode. So this episode has gone quite well, I must say. And we can, the audience can drop your questions about this very mysterious campaign that I'll be covering shortly. And I will have questions of my own, most definitely. So let's get to it. Tired, overworked? Is your body exhausted from carrying you throughout the hard, unyielding reality of adulthood? Then come to the soft for the best rest of your life. We've got beds, we've got blankets, we've got negligible fatality statistics. We've got cushions so soft you will sink into them. Sink down and down so far you will never want to leave because the cushions won't let you. Not suitable for those with cat allergies. Thank God I don't have a cat allergy, because I would have been truly miserable. Oh, amazing! The Community episode is literally the main inspiration. So 2 out of 2 for my inspirations today, because the other designer who was here, Michael, for me, the Singularity, I said I get a Mysterium board game vibe. He said like, this is my top inspiration. And again, 2 out of 2, I'm so excited with myself. And this episode was very, very fun. I can't wait to scroll down and see how you mix these cosmic horrors with this so fun and cute vibe. So, all across the hump-backed skies, many bizarre spheres harbor strange environs and odd peoples, but few compare in engaging gimmicky to the soft. A world-sized globe fort. Oh, it's like a world-sized globe fort of pillows. I've taken the concept of a college full of pillows to a world, an entire dimension. Blankets and other furnishings hanging among the twinkling stars and or star-like things. Layers of a kaleidoscopic soft formed tunnels, chambers and plush vistas as far as the eye can see. Love the writing, by the way. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing things. Which is usually not terribly far. Who made this and why? Nobody knows. But the duvet shamans of the deep warrens have foreboding legends of entities lurking below that have been known to cause boldest beings to quail. Entire cultures have sprung up from those who have traveled here and decided to remain. Some have embraced their surroundings, either from curiosity or a somewhat deluded sense of commercial exploitation. Others have rejected the relentless softness and forged blade constructs to snip away at anything that offers the sensibilities of the tyrannical keen rationale. And beyond the comforting, bustling tunnels of civilization lies the fray. Mercurial wilderness, swifting chaotically and sometimes seemingly with purpose. Wandering these places, you might find wonders and dangers in equal measure. Vast, colorful Tumpty Fields, the Tragic Patchwork People, all the variegated fabrics. Sorry, a few new words for me. It's so well written, I don't recognize some words. One could eat, and of course, the ever-present threat of a dreaded high tog zone. All this and more await you in the soft. Oh, and what's up with all these cats? So lovely cats. Far too many obscure words. Liminal Space Vibe says 3-0. And again, I don't get your references today. I usually get your references, but what's up with your reference today? So as you can see, you can get and swallowed and devoured by those pillows in this game. So let's do some more voice acting and read some in-game stuff. After the fiasco of the last episode, that Ziggy pointed that the thing I was reading was not an in-game thing, but it was Rene, the creator of the game, spreading their thoughts or something, and I was using a voice like this. And that comment that you said Rene must be smoking so many cigarettes blew my mind, you know, it was so funny. The back rooms was another big influence. Again, uneducated about this back room, but let me do some voice acting, and I replay the words of the philosopher folk foe as I turn over ancient unforgetting polyethylene and squeeze my way through draping monstrosities of feathered and cloth. Down this deep, even the feathers have no points, he said to us, that if we seek true hardness, hardness so hard that it never succumbs, we must delve as deep as we can here. I wish now for the comfort of home. Some of the walls were built last season, still had firmness to them when I left. What I would give to lean on them now. This is a stick diary found stuffed down in the black sofa in the far fray. Have whole mythology with pillow and softness pants. I love it. The Soft is a setting zine for the open license science fiction tabletop role-playing game Troika, which I never had a chance to play, but I'm quite fond with the name. Made by a crew of individuals with decades of experience in TTRPGs, but precisely zero experience in creating zines. This is also a first-time creator. So 3 first-time creators in this chat already, sharing our experiences. By the end of this, I will have some questions for you. Should you be all again online and willing to answer them, that would be great. So it will include the following. Let's get into, it's going to be 30 to 60 pages, and it's going to include a full write-up, the Soft as a place, and including the cultures who live there. This is like the most prominent and most interesting feature for me personally. Important NPCs and the realities of living in a titanic planet-sized stack of soft pillows and stuff. Some Troika friendly rules specific to the Soft. All the Troika standards such as new backgrounds, bestiary spells and whatnot. Several adventure locations laden with hooks and oddities to get you started in the journey through the Soft. Amazing. So the truth is that I'm starting to get a little bit tired. Yesterday after the session I didn't sleep all that much, and I suddenly feel overwhelmed by tiredness. Maybe I'm thinking of pillows and I'm thinking of sleep, and subconsciously it affected me somehow. Wow. So this is one of the entities that you might see. Okay, one more in-game thingy, and then we shall go on with the questions. The Soft is the Soft beckons. It's getting to me. as I'll try different voice acting. The Queen Conquistador scowled and snapped his hand scissors at us threateningly, at irregular tweets visible in the one eye showing from under his tall stovepipe hat of rusted, pitted metal. The pleasant and soft, multicolored light shining through the kaleidoscopic array of blankets overhead did nothing to allay our fears as he and his knife guard shuffled closer, the plate that had been replaced his thumb and forefinger clattering open and shut in a maddening staccato. And are ye quite sure ye be nothing but innocent travelers? He croaked, ducking an even lower hatch to avoid the particularly troublesome duck-eyed blue David. I'm guessing the creator didn't have this particular voice acting in mind, but who knows? Tell me if I'm closer to any close. Off to my right, there was one soft signal as the Tatictrum land squatted known only as the Humps, carefully unhooked his exquisite pistolet from the extensively tasseled sash across his chest. I let out one small noise of disappointment. This was not the relaxing holiday that promotional brochure has promised. This is an eventful sojourn into the fray beyond, an extraordinary bodily harm insurance claim formed in the 12 parts by Pophodon of the necessarily vague. Your world building is insane. Shout out to QP joining us like a wizard, exactly when he's meant to. You went through all the European accents there. LOL. So, right off the bat, since we have the creator on chat, hopefully it hasn't left yet, I want to ask a difficult question. Why over 100 days? Because I've seen this... oh, you're still with us. Excellent. I've seen this campaign quite some days now, so it is over 30 days. So why did you choose to be more than 30 days? And up to now, is it paying off? Are you regretting it? Because to my understanding and to my experience now, because I'm already facing it, you start strong during the first week, then you enter this plateau state where things kind of time stand still in the iron hill, and then you go back again by the end. And will a larger campaign, you think, of course, as a first-time creator, you will know post-mortem, but what was your choice, the reasoning behind going for a big campaign? If it pays off, we shall know by the end. Honestly, I shall read the answer for those that are not watching this the stream. Thank you for answering us, Telling Tales RP. Honestly, we just wanted to give ourselves the longest time possibly for promotion, since we're busy with other stuff as well. Maybe a mistake, but we're happy to make mistakes to learn. Likewise, we follow the same philosophy, although we just used 28 days exact. And we felt that if our campaign ended today, which is like a little over the 2-week mark, we still have so many things, so many content to create, so many news to share, we wouldn't have time doing so. I think that if you are an experienced TTRPG, Zine creator, maybe crowdfunder in general, I reckon, who knows, a sweeter spot would be around 2 weeks, because you will get the first week of initial excitement. Then before you really enter the plateau, the FOMO will start to kick in, and I think will go like very, very good. And some campaigns that went amazingly well. This Zine Quest went for 2 weeks, and I think that was the reason. Oh, interesting question for yes, because I didn't actually mention it. You have only one tier, says Ziggy Devildo, and it is the one that we back, which is the soft digital PDF. So only once. The shorter the better, says Telling Tales RP. But I wonder if just one is enough. I would personally love to have like a more even digital, like a collector's digital PDF, which you give them all sorts of, extracurricular, out of game or in game or whatever you may think. But a PDF only option was one of the things that we also considered, and it's a very honorable approach to the Zine Quest. And I've seen being worked before, and it's working out for you quite well. So this has been quite a big episode. I got really excited with the viewership. I got really excited with two ongoing conversations, like a sort of interview, text and voice together. Telling Tales further tell us that we wanted to stay away from the extra tiers just because our lack of experience. That's wise. We thought of a digital PDF with backers listed in the document was something we couldn't mess up. You play it safe, and you will fulfill to your backers your promise without risking anything. And I understand, because there can come many risks with physical, and especially the extravagant rewards. Have so many testimonials which included more and more stretch goals, for example, and the box that they were sending became bigger, and therefore the shipping cost increased, and they ended up even successfully losing money in the end and getting bankrupt or whatever. So there are many risks, and you cannot go wrong if you play to your strengths and go safe. So shout out to you. But I think you can include more tiers as you go on. So I think I'm pretty much sure you can. So it might be something that you still have so many days to go. Maybe accumulate some feedback from your backers. I, as a backer myself, I may say that it would be fun to have a little bit something, not too extravagant, maybe $10, and maybe you have some personal stuff from, you have. I remember you having a vast collection of libraries of RPGs. By the way, Ziggy Telling Tales is a person that we were on the other day on the different channel who had that big collection of RPGs. So I'm pretty sure you have many stories to tell. Exactly, Telling Tales says. And at that moment, physical distribution is such an issue globally. I am a project professional, so scope creep is something I'm very wary of. Nice. So nice of you to do exactly what you feel comfortable of delivering, and sleeping easy without having stress. What more questions? Do we have any questions from the audience? As I will do my infamous attempt at raiding, 12 viewers. That's amazing. Raiding hasn't been my forte, although it has worked out sometimes. Speaking of, Telling Tales has been a random raid which I chose from the people I'm following. I want to, I always raid someone who's playing TTRPGs and not video games, or D&D for that matter. So we have only one in my list of options. Someone who has been streaming for 4 hours and 30 minutes. That's like a guarantee fail. Let's see if we have anything else. How about we raid Hero Forge, which was the miniatures that another one was creating. Let me see what's up with them. Creating miniatures I would very much prefer it with someone playing TTRPGs. Aha, we have a bard. We talked a little bit about bards before. I'm not following them yet. Let me see. Is it English? Yes, it is English. And you know, it's someone smaller. I think we found our raid target. So for everyone joining us, I prepare ourselves for raid. Resident Bard. Once we land there, give them a follow. I have been your host and narrator. Thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you to the 2 creators of RPGs who have joined us. And our next rendezvous is on Monday for our Monday Meta Monday show, which is all about world building these days. Our campaign is live and ongoing. We're about to make some amazing reveals tomorrow, which is the first of the month, including our full list of stretch goals. And we also have a video trailer of the opera created by the 2D storyteller on store, probably gonna drop tomorrow. Stay tuned for many updates, and always remember to stay legit and stay meta. Raiding commencing and changing scenes. Stay legit, stay meta, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us.